Thank you very much. So good morning, everyone. My name is Matthias Tauber. I'm in charge of international admission for Idrac Business School. Before to begin our presentation, I really would like to thank Campus Friends for inviting us to this fair Choose Friends. And I hope the students will have questions, and I will plan in this presentation to give you the opportunity to ask as many questions as you have about our program and our procedure. So this is the goal of the presentation. It would be first to present you our school, the programs, and finally our admission process. I think in 25 minutes, I'll finish the presentation, so to give you the opportunity to ask the question. So I hope you will enjoy it. So first, Idrac Business School. Wait. So here I'll give you the main key figures to present you Idrac Business School. I could stop just here a moment to give you all the key tools and the key numbers to know what is Idrac Business School. Idrac Business School is one of the oldest business schools you can have in France. It was created in 1965. So it's a really experienced school in the area of the business and marketing management. In 2021, the bachelor has been ranking one of the most favorite bachelor in France for his quality and also for his employment. As you may see on the presentation, 90% of our students are employed after 6 months after graduation. Why? Because Idrac is, of course, a diploma, but it is also a network. We have more than 25,000 partners company in which one you can do your practice, your internships. And this is really the goal of Idrac Business School. It's not only to get you a diploma, but also a network in which one you can work. Idrac Business School is also 30,000 alumni, so all the students that have been graduated. And of course, all the diploma are recognized by the French government. When I'm saying the French government, in school in France, you need to know that you have a lot of business school, but only 30 can have what we call the Grande École Programme, which is a diploma recognized by the French Ministry of Education. Idrac is part of them. We also part of the Campus France Conference and the Erasmus+. So it gives you the guarantee that the diploma has the best recognition you can have in France. One of the other advantage you can have at Idrac Business School is not only about the programs, I will show you in a few moments, but also the campus site. Today, Idrac is based in Paris, the most famous city you can have in France, but you also have 7 other campus sites where you can study. The program is exactly the same in all the campus sites. It's you to decide where you want to study. Paris and Lyon are the most famous because of the Tour Eiffel, because of the number of the population you have there. But you have many other possibilities like Bordeaux, Nantes, Grenoble, Nice, Montpellier, Toulouse, etc. The program is the same, so it's you to choose. You can also do the full program to an international level. We have like 9 campus sites elsewhere. For example, we have China, we have Greece, we have also Cameroon, Madagascar, Morocco, Senegal, and India. So you can do the full program elsewhere in the other countries. But we know that today the goal is to choose France. So here are the 8 campus sites. Here I will present you the bachelor program. It is the most famous we have. It is the rank number 1 for the years 2021. What will you study? That's maybe the first question we'll have. It is business and marketing. Idrac has his particularity to have a major in marketing, which is one of his best specialty. During this program, it's a 3 years program, so undergraduate program in 3 years, where you will study 3 main developments. First, you have sales and strategy, so the business part. Then you have marketing strategy, and then budgetary elements. Why budgetary elements? Because when you work today in a company, you always have to earn budget for a particular project. So here is really to give all the key programs and key lessons that you will need in a group, in a company. Another advantage of this program is one of the highest employment percentage you can have. 85% of our students getting graduation get a job 3 months after graduation, which is really quick for a diploma in France. But the program is really large. As you can see, the occupation of our students here are, of course, in business and sales. You can work in marketing, but you have logistic, entrepreneurships, human resources, communication, and accounting. So that's a really interesting point when you see the occupation of our students, is that it's not only business, because we will teach you a large panel of lessons to give you the opportunity to then in postgraduate program to choose the major you wish to do. And it's interesting because you have a lot of internship during the program that can, for those who are not sure exactly of what they want to do in the business world, to make 3 years with a large program and then a major in a master where they want. Those who want to do exchange and to have an international experience, for this bachelor program, you also have here the list of our partners universities around the world, where you can do a double degree or a semester of exchange, of course, in English. We have a lot of partnerships in Europe, of course, but also in Asia, in Australia, in Africa, America. So really, you have the choice for this international exchange. The second program I would like to present you is what we call the Grande École program. It's a 5 years program. So it means you need to do 5 years to get graduation. But it's today the most recognized diploma you can have in France, of course, recognized by the Ministry of Higher Education. Here we are in the same system of the bachelor degree, which means that you are studying a large panel because you have 5 years of different lessons with different major you can choose. You can focusing on business and innovation. So you will make business plan, you will have a lot of business games. It's a really practical lesson too. You can choose the supply chain major for those who want to do logistic mainly, or international affairs. Another major would be also finance, corporate finance, which is one of the example of position that our students might choose after the graduation. Here is a list, a global list of what we can propose. We have seen during the past years that one of the major program and the major position our students wish after this program is focusing on finance also. So we have a lot of students working in finance as a key account manager. But you have also product manager, international retail coordinator, marketing director. And I would like to focus also on the last position and employment we have in this program, which is data analyst. Why? Because the digital part in the business world here is really developing during the year. We have a lot of companies asking for this kind of profile that are able to handle like the development part on websites. For example, you need to see what communication on social media, what are your clients, how can analyze it to develop a business plan. So in this program, we're really trying to connect and focus the key tool of the business development and the digital part. So most of our teachers are also professionals that are working in major companies. And so they give you really the actuality of the job, like what they need now, what are they doing. And that's why also the diploma is really attractive for the companies. We talked about the partners company before, but like we have later one, like for Total, which is a really famous one. And that's why the attractivity of the program is developing around France and also internationally. Yes, just to precise also a bit something here. This program is available only in Lyon, of course, which is a change for the other campus site. For example, the bachelor was available everywhere. Here, the program Grande École is available only in Lyon. That's why we precise it here for those who want to study also in another country than Paris. The last program I would like to present you is the MBA in Strategy and Innovation, in Business Innovation. Here, that's a program of course available in all the campus sites. But to make the difference with the previous one, so it's a postgraduate program, so it's only 2 years, but postgraduate. The courses here are focusing on designing international business development strategy. So it's for most of its international affairs. It also tries to implementing business development strategy. So in B2B, you have the marketing part, you have sales plan. And more globally, what we try to teach is the management part. For a postgraduate program, you will have to handle group, to handle teams, and of course, to manage them and to develop them. So here we are, the goal is to become like a manager, a director in different companies, of course, in different area. But here the goal is to become a manager and a director. Still, the position you will have is area sales management, international product manager, international project manager, and international event manager, because Idrac is still a marketing and communication business school. Just for information, like in the 5 last study group, 92% are working, 99% are working, and 76%, as you can see, are on a management position. That's really the goal of this program. Just to give you an idea of what you're doing and how the system works, in a normal week of study, you won't have a lot of hours of lessons. For example, it would be between 20 and 25 hours a week of lessons, which is not a lot. But here, what the school is focusing on is really the practicality of the diploma. It means you have company coming into the school and give you project that they need. And you will work alone or as a team to give them answer. So it's a really practical program. We have also a lot of other presentation for some projects you will have. And here's really the focus of the programs, like always practicing negotiation, etc., etc. more globally in all programs, not only this one, but the other ones, it's that Idrac Business School is really working on what we call the soft skills. It means here I present you the content of the program, which is mostly like business, marketing, communication, etc. But after, you also have the soft skills that we want to give you. For example, no matter the program you will choose, first, the language are mandatory. Not only English, because you will study English, but other languages are mandatory. So you will have language lesson. You can choose. We have a large panel of language. For example, we can have Spanish, you can have Mandarin, Chinese, I mean. You can have also like African language. You can have Russian, Arabic, French, for those of you who want to study in French. So that's one part of the soft skill. You need to speak other language than only English, because today in the business world, English is not enough. You need to practice others. For those who will study in French, of course, English is mandatory, because you cannot work in an international level without learning English, but that's more common. So that's one of the soft skills we want to develop. Another one will be focused more on the, as we told before, is about the computer science soft skills. You need today in a company to know how to work a laptop. So not only to make PowerPoint presentation as I'm doing, but also to work on the back office. You need to use things and all other digital tools that today are mandatory in a company. So here is what I want to be. These are really practical programs where you have the theory, the practicity, so the project we have to do, and then all the soft skills that Idrac want to give you. The preparation for motivational interview for jobs, or to make curriculum, or to make yourself presentation. In all the program, you have to do a lot of oral presentation. Why? Because you need to practice it. You need to be at ease when you present project, when you speak with your teams, etc., etc. So here is about all the contents of what you will study. Of course, if you want more details, we will discuss it afterwards. And now I would like to present you more about the admission process. So here we try to simplify most we can the admission process for international students. Most of you, from what I heard, are all around the world, but focusing in Asia. So we develop our admission process for international students, which is really simplified for you because you are elsewhere and you cannot come to France to make your motivational interview to pass the test. So everything is made online. So first, what do we need for the admission procedure is your application. It's a simple one. What do we need? You need your application documents. So it will be the passport, a photo, or ID photo, your curriculum, the motivation letter. We also need your last diploma. So if you want to come for a postgraduate program, you need your undergraduate program and your high school diploma. For those of you who want to study in French or English, of course, we will need what we call a proof of language. For example, if you want to study in French, we need a TCF of a B2 level, which means it's a certificate guarantee that you can speak French of a B2 level. And the same for English. It means that if you want to study in our programs in English, we need what we call the Cambridge diploma, the TOEFL. You have many others, but we need the B2 level. The high school diploma or equivalent, we already talked about this. And the copy of your 3 last transcripts to give you an idea of the grade you had. And of course, the application fee of €80. I just want to focus one last time on the level of language that we require, because some of you might come from international, universities or high school. Because if you already have studied in an international school in English, for example, if your full program was in English, we do not need a certificate, because we expect you, for having studied only in English, that you can speak fluently English if you have a high school diploma or undergraduate program. The same for French. If you come from a lycée français, what we call, we don't need a proof of language. So that's first one. We need your application documents, application that you can do online too. Then you have the admission process, which means that you will have to do a motivational interview that we can do online. That's also the goal for the international students, and that you will answer in a panel of different questions that will be adapted, of course, compared to your application. But the goal here is really to see about what is your project? What do you want to do in France? Why did you choose France? Like, that's really all the question we might ask you about it. So why also did you choose Idrac? I hope my presentation will motivate you, but I mean, why Idrac? Why not another school? And if you are accepted, you will get an admission letter that confirms that you pass the exam. To have a focus again on the motivational interview, we are not always expecting from one of our students to have like the best grade of his class, because what we are looking for at Idrac is the motivation of the students, what they want to do, what is the professional project, do they already have one, do they want to build a company, what are doing after class, because some of you maybe are doing sport, are doing like volunteering. And that's the kind of profile we are looking for. It's the kind of person that are really dynamic, that they want to study elsewhere, that are really open-minded, and that are adaptive. So yes, the grades are important, but we are not only focusing on it. We need other quality from our students. That's again about the soft skills we were talking about. That's a major part. But once you have been admitted in our school, that you pass the entrance exams, you have the registration. So we need a first deposit about the inscription fee, about the scholar. And when you have received this first deposit, we will help you and accompany you for the visa procedure. Take care that in some of the country, the visa procedure can be between 6 and 8 weeks long. So it requires sometimes, you will have the campus front interview, and then you have the consulate procedure. So here we really want to prepare yourself for this heavy, administration procedure. We will give you also all the tools and the documents to help you to ask the visa. For example, the inscription document. So once you pay the deposit, you receive the inscription letter that you can take to Campus France to ask the visa, and then you will make your interview there, and etc. etc. And four, as a procedure, you have Campus France procedure. It's what I was talking about. So you will have a motivational interview where we have to apply online on the site. I think they will present you that, because they have the ability to help us today. And finally, you will have the consulate procedure. So where you will ask the visa. And first, if you don't have the visa, of course, there is a refund procedure. But if not, you come to France, and then we will come here. We will help you in the administrative part you have to do in France once you arrive. and then the years begin. So to conclude, I mean, my presentation about Idrac Business School, because I prefer to answer to your questions, so I'll make it a quick one. First, it would be the academic excellence. As I said, really be really careful to the diploma you are expecting when you come to France. You need to have one of the best diploma you can get to work to an international level, because not all of you will want to work only in your country or only in France. Maybe some of you want to work internationally. And here I recognize diploma is really important. So again, Idrac has all his diploma recognized by the Ministry of Higher Education, but also the Ministry of Labor for the professionalism of the programs. Then, of course, as you have seen during this presentation, is the really high employability of our program. The least we have is like 90% 6 months after graduation, and the best can go until 95, 99%. So here is another focusing you have to do as a student is, will I get a job after my graduation? Yes, why? One, because the diploma is recognized, but two, because also the network. The network is one of the most important part you need to see in a group, in a school. Like, what are the companies? Can I do internships to grow my professionalism? Are they mandatory? In what position, etc.? What is the salary? Also, how much I get paid? That's question that as a student you need to ask yourself, like, where will I go with that? And again, here with Idrac Business School, we guarantee a really high employability to our students after the graduation, and also partners company where they have higher position as manager or as director. Many of our students also choose to develop their own company. So this is the kind of, the profile of motivation part, because of course it's another process. And finally, another goal of Idrac is to be the most innovating as possible. As we said, we are connected to the digital world because it's the future. It's where the company are developing, where they need skills. And also our teachers and our professor are also sometimes professionals that know the field, that give you all the new tools they're using. So when you get to the job, when you get a job, you already know what's going on. You know how the company works. So yes, that's it. So thank you a lot for participating to this presentation. I hope I answered most of your questions. I hope you have some questions too. Again, I would like to thank Campus France to inviting us to the fair to present Idrac Business School, to promote, higher French education around the world. And here you will have, of course, our social media and also my contact details for those who want to contact us to have more information about the procedure, about the program, to exchange maybe about the project. So that's it. Sorry, I'm speaking from now like 30 minutes. I would like to take the 10 last minutes eventually to answer to all the questions you might have about the program or about the procedure. So thank you very much for your attention, and I'm completely available to answer your questions. And again, if you don't have questions right now, you have here the contact details. So you can contact me afterwards for more information to get in the program, and also maybe the campus site availability. Thank you very much. I see the messages. So there is no question apparently. So thank you for your time. Thank you for the invitation again. And don't hesitate to contact us. I think if there is no question, you can quit now. letting Ablab handling the presentation. Thank you very much. Goodbye to everyone.